Hello and welcome to another stream of Assassin's Creed Valhalla for my annual 2024 playthrough. And we just did the story arc in the previous quest where Sigurd gets captured. And we're going to do the next story arc now related to that.
You do not appreciate the subtleties of a cutting flight. That is why you misunderstand.
Thank you, AJ, for the welcome back. And hey there, Ronan. I see your emotes from before I ended the last stream. It's a cool emote, that. Going by very fast. How's things going, AJ?
I want to see the Alliance map.
Okay, so the next one is Kent.
Tell me more about Kent.
Basim has written, claiming to have found the woman Fulke and asking for your aid. He has taken shelter at St. Hadrian's Priory.
Any news of Sigurd?
Nothing he mentioned. But if he has found the paladin Fulke, Sigurd cannot be far behind.
I will go as soon as I can.
Good. Be safe, Eivor.
Basim has news of Sigurd. I should find him soon. Dag, Basim has brought word of Sigurd's location. We're leaving at once to find him.
Well done, Eivor. After so long, it finally occurs to you to search for our Jarl. I applaud your half-hearted effort, but I will not be joining you.
Dag, this is no joke. On the ship, now.
Someone needs to stay home and direct the affairs of the settlement. As you seem to shun this place as often as possible, it must fall to me.
If you wish to stay, so be it. But when Sigurd is back among us, we'll see what status you have among the raiders.
Say whatever makes you feel superior, Eivor. I know Sigurd will understand my decision.
Do you doubt me so completely that you will not raise an axe to save your Jarl?
A fine way of putting it, wolf-kissed. But go, find the Jarl, bring him back. Only do not get lost along the way, as you seem to more and more these days.
This is not done, Dag. We will speak when I return.
Dag. He does all the work around the settlement. He does all the work around the alliances. You know, Dag is just doing all this stuff, and Eivor is just lazy, just hanging back, putting their feet up.
You really think fighting can compare to sagas?
Not. Oh, that's great, AJ. I'm glad to hear that you're going very good, and that you're enjoying the stream as well. That's awesome. When I finish this story arc, I'll end the stream again, but then I'll be back with yet another one, because there's the third story arc related to this Sigurd is captured part of the story. If I can get those parts of the story done in one stream day, that'll be good, because the next stream that's scheduled after today of this game will be Monday next week. AJ, his comments make sense if you were forced on other regions, but now that you're chasing down Sigurd, his comments sound so far-fetched. That is true, AJ. That's probably one of the little bits of flaws with doing the order that I've done, is that by what Dag says, it makes it sound like Eivor has gone off and done some other alliance before now. Instead of in my playthrough where I've just literally finished the first part of the part where Sigurd gets captured, and he's complaining I've taken so long when I haven't done any other story arcs after that one.
Go, Sunan.
Did not Augustine make a distinction between faith and understanding? That is my point.
So you hold no stock in faith, only in the rational proof. The science of the divine. You're bold to defy your teachings.
No, that's not what I mean. Let me explain, if it might. How to put it?
What I mean to say is, faith is paramount. Yes, for without it, Christ's sacrifice means nothing.
He died to save us, did he not? From the original sin of Adam and Eve? Yet evil persists.
Yes, evil persists because he gave us free will.
Does a newborn babe, slain by a despot, have free will?
Yes. No, I mean, that is too simplistic.
Or the priest whose heart is torn from his chest by the wolf? Judas, who was predestined to betray the Nazarene?
Some argue Judas was used.
Do my ears deceive me, Brother Hortbert? You question the scriptures? Declare Judas an innocent? A preposterous blasphemy!
No, that is not what I said. Brother Cedric, am I not the most pious of his servants?
Out! Out!
Making new friends?
A person's tongue gives you a taste of their heart, Eivor. And such information is often useful.
And how do these sallow Christians taste?
It was only a figure of speech, Eivor, and I have tired of it already.
Is this how it must be between us?
Of course not. I'm grateful that you have come.
It's interesting, that whole thing there. It's like, you can't dare think about things in a different perspective, you know. It's like, some say Judas was used. Are you saying that Judas was da 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 da? It's like, calm down, dude. He's just talking about, you know, that there are some that have other perspectives, you know. It's like, calm down.
What happened in Mercia still puzzles me. Fulke saw something in Sigurd. A power. A legacy. What is it she wants?
Her motives are difficult to fathom, but that can come later. Let's find your brother first.
Agreed. If we do this, you'll earn the right to call me friend 10,000-fold. So, what is your plan?
We are deep in their god's heartland, a heathen and a heretic. To hunt Fulke, we'll need a Christian snare.
Fulke is hardly a saint herself. These Christians abhor her strange ideas.
True, but unlike us, she can carry herself as one of them. She won't hide from everyone, not with a prisoner in tow.
So, where to begin?
I've made a friend, Abbot Cunibert, full of pious fire, but with ambition that far outweighs his wit.
And what does your friend Cunibert know?
Come, I will introduce you, and we'll hear the full tale together.
Have you found some peace in your time alone, Basim?
I am always at peace, and never alone. I move among the people of the world with great joy. I watch them, study them, learn from them at all times. This is our duty, the Hidden One's calling.
You know, for the first time since we met, you sound more like your apprentice than yourself.
Surely Hytham sounds like me, if I have taught him well.
Your creed and your tenets, you mean?
That's right. And our sense of, how should I say, deep responsibility to the betterment of mankind.
That's quite an ambition, but it doesn't explain what you see in Sigurd. My brother is not so generous.
Ah, but your brother is someone special, important, and I want him to see that. I hope to show it to him.
Leaving out the part where you also want to kill him after he does.
Is this not a blessed plot? God's own country. And this Eden should be given to his servants to tend.
Abbot Cunibert, this is the Norse I spoke of.
Ah, yes. And quite a fearsome one at that.
Basim says you know the paladin Fulke.
Indeed.
The Lady Fulke passed this way not more than a month ago. We talked, we drank. Very pleasant woman.
And where is she?
Eivor will be your axe abbot, whether to fell a tree or hew the limbs from an enemy.
What have you promised him?
Oh, just a trifle, Eivor. A little problem I believe you can help me with.
If you know where Fulke is, do not rattle my bucket. Tell me now and we'll talk terms later.
The hot-tempered one stirs up strife, Basim. Will this rebellion Kate Dane do what I ask?
Let's cut to the point. What favor would you ask in exchange for Fulke?
Some weeks ago, our alderman in Kent was called to God. A terrible loss. King Alfred has chosen his replacement, but has not yet announced the name. I must know it. Now.
All of Kent will see soon enough which Thane he has chosen. Why not wait?
I want early access. To woo him, before his exalted position is made public and every fool is at his door.
Who else knows the chosen man?
The king's emissary. Sent with a letter of congratulations to the new alderman. Intercept him and bring me the news. When I know the Thane's name, we'll discuss how I might win his favor.
If we do this, how will you find Fulke? I want some kind of assurance.
Do you have ears in every church, abbey, and cathedral in Kent? Because I do. And I will find her.
And we will do the deeds to staining for a Christian soul.
This emissary, how will I find him?
Tunbridge Monastery sent word that the king's men always pass a few nights in their hospitality. Begin there.
I'll get the Elderman's name. You find Fulke.
All in good time. Now, if we're done, I have business up the south coast. Falkenston has the best fish in Wessex.
Then I will find you there, when the Elderman's name is mine.
Cunibert is ambitious, but well-connected. We will not find Fulke without him.
I suppose we'll see. What will you do?
I'm not done playing with these Christians yet. I will see you in Falkenston.
Aid me. Be my eyes. If Alfred's emissaries spend a few days here, someone may know where he went.
You tried to catch flies, or would you ask something of me?
I'm looking for a man. He passed through here on the king's business.
Oh, bugger off here, or I'll call the guards. I'm sick of people. You need to heal your own ills.
Maybe some coin will loose your lips.
A wise move, Mudwit. It so happens I did see Alfred's man. He's long gone, though. Maybe Gowan the Bard knows where.
Where will I find him?
Well, he was pissed as a newt. Last I saw, he was passed out in trees between the arbor and bridge. Oh, now go find someone else to vex.
There was a bard drinking with the emissary. I should find him, see if he knows anything.
This bard reminds me of Dandelion from The Witcher 3. Not that he was only in The Witcher 3, of course.
That ale-swamped scob can't have gone far.
He was in the other Witcher games as well.
So cold. Someone stole my trews. Fa la la la, Fanny, Fanny, fair art thee. Where are you going, my sweet lady?
You there! You alive?
Patience is a tired horse. Ploddity plod plod.
Another tottering teat-sucker who can't hold his drink. Let's clear your head.
Another tottering teat sucker.
Oh, it's cold as a witch's tit in here! Oh, God's truce! Fie on you! Oh, what infernal wakes me?
I'm the one you sing of, Bard. Stern of eye and scanned of mercy. Have you not seen the ravens feasting in my wake?
Enough! Your word mangles are making my hair ache.
You and Alfred's emissary were drinking in the tavern. Tell me where he went.
Were we? I was so ale-addled. Perhaps a small and silver thing upon my palm might help me recall?
How about something long and sharp in your gut?
All right, no need for that. You paint a vivid picture, Dane. He was headed to the White Coast to the southeast, Dover Fortress. He said it is where they train those religious fanatics, zealots. They pray all night instead of sleeping.
My thanks, and in return, wisdom. Too much beer piping will grow a fool in wit and words.
My thanks, weaver of the obvious. Now leave me to my unholy punishment.
The emissary made for Dover Fortress on the southeast coast.
Oh, hear of that same monarch from Roomberry.
Dover. The emissary's somewhere here. Perhaps I can find the letter without bloodshed. The bard said paladins trained at this fortress. This will not be an easy fight. attack on sight here.
Hey! Kommer arrest Bretonto.
If I could steal the letter without killing the emissary, keep me out of trouble.
Your life for that!
Alfred's chosen elderman is a thing called Tetmund. The Abbot Kinnebert will want to know. I should meet Basim and the Abbot in Fulkenston.
Hang on! I must ring the bell! Howard! Shoot! Shoot! Ha!
Annie, eh? Might be related.
It's not bad. The bear is on their swastika.
Oh, you must try my ale sometime. You must. My abbey brews the best in Kent.
It certainly sounds worth the risk of my immortal soul.
Ah, your god is rather a hard taskmaster.
And your god forbids the mixing of wool and linen. It sounds to me like he's never heard of England.
Not all that is written in the scriptures is God's honest truth.
I do a roaring trade at Reculver and Tunbridge. They pay well for my catch.
The monks? Do those parchment-skinned Christians ever eat meat?
Don't you believe in Jesus? They refrain because he died for our sins.
No one will stop me sucking the marrow from a nice leg of lamb, not even God's seed.
Well, I hope eternal damnation is worth it.
One
Sounds
more
like
time, I'm telling you. If he says my boots are dirty or my hair needs combing, I will split him open.
You're full of swamp gas. You'll do what you always do, bow and scrape to our good Thane Tedmund.
I'm not even sure it's him we're working for.
Don't be daft. Who else would it be? A changeling spirited there by fairy folk? Get back to patrol.
Am I allowed to talk now, game? Or do you have more dialogue? Dr. Darling, after 1 hour you found out why your laptop was underperforming, as if it had 15-year-old hardware. It wasn't plugged in. It was running on battery mode. Oh no. Well, hey, at least you found out before the battery ran out. But still, that would be so annoying. Hey there, Biko. Hope things are going well. Crooked, this arc was cool to learn more about Basim's past in Baghdad, and of course about Loki with the bonfire scene. One of my favourite scenes in this game. And there's just something about certain conversations around campfires and stuff that is done really well. Shadow of the Tomb Raider has a great one as well. But yeah, you're definitely right. It was good to learn a bit more about Basim's past before we get to Mirage, you know, as well. Hey Lucinda, good morning. Welcome on in. How's your day going so far? Valhalla is coming along well. I finished the story arc where Sigurd gets captured. Now we're doing this story arc where we're trying to get to Folky. So the plan is to finish off everything related to Sigurd's capture. So when this story arc's finished, I'll end the stream and then start a new stream to do the next story arc where we actually rescue him. But yeah, it's been going really good. Crooked, that scene in Shadow was great. It really was, Crooked. Yeah. And how it transitioned into the flashback with Lara. It was just really, really well done.
Eivor, you have news?
Kent's new Elderman will be Thane Tedmund.
Tedmund? Oh, the Lord is testing me. He is made mouse by you Danes. Barely leaves his fortress at Roosister. How might I gain his influence if he will not speak to me? Or to anyone? 'Tis a puzzle.
To inspire loyalty, Tedmund must owe you something. Such as his life.
Go on.
A fortress stormed. A man kidnapped. If you beat back his enemy, saved him from sure death, his gratitude would be...
Swell. It would know no bounds. But that fortress will be harder to pry open than a nun's knees.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Listener, it's going well. You woke up feeling good today. You have some errands to run later this morning, but other than that, you're ready to tackle the day. It might have something to do with being off work for the next 4 days. Oh, hell yeah. Waking up knowing that you've got 4 days off in a row, like, that would definitely be great. I don't blame you for feeling that way, for sure. Here's hoping that those 4 days feel like 8 days instead of just 4 as well. Hopefully time goes really slow for you, so you can enjoy every moment of it as well.
Are you hiding something, Basim?
There is a lumber mill nearby, correct?
Beamisfield. Alfred invests much in fortifying Wessex, and uses our forests to do so. The mill provides his wood.
Tedmund is there.
Impossible! How do you know?
I heard rumors that Tedmund had been lured out of self-exile to manage work on the fortifications of Canterbury.
Taking him from a lumberyard is less dangerous than assaulting a fortress. But your rescue attempt will not have the same flair. Is it worth it?
It may still work. Yes. Yes. Bring him to the megaliths.
And Fulke?
When I have Tedmund's fealty, you shall have Fulke. Now go. I will rustle up a small rescue party.
I'm wary of this abbot, Basim. He is self-serving and evasive. Can he really deliver Folke?
The abbot is a friend of Fulke's. That is clear.
So long as he doesn't suspect our motive, we may have a chance.
Indeed. This brings to mind a story. Perhaps you've heard of it. The Scorpion and the Frog.
A children's story?
A cautionary tale. The Scorpion wants to cross the river, but he cannot swim. So he enlists the help of the Frog. The Frog agrees to carry him on his back, extracting a promise that the Scorpion will not sting him.
Let me guess. The Scorpion reneges, blaming his nature, and both drown.
The Scorpion crosses the river and stings an innocent man, killing him. So what does this tale tell us?
That your stories are clouded, and their meaning doubly so?
It shows that every tale has 1,000 possible outcomes, many of which are surprising. If the abbot does not deliver Folke, he will die at my hand. And we will continue our search.
A sobering approach.
Beamisfield is just ahead. Lead. I will follow.
What are we doing here, Basim? What the fuck?
I hope this chase will catch us a plump hen.
Once the abbot has Tedmund's gratitude, he will deliver Folke. It will cost us nothing more than this.
If that leaden wit keeps his word.
Troll, days off from work. That's very un-American of you. Horse, are you okay? It's like one of those horse rides that just rocks back and forth. It even plays music as well. How's it going, Troll? Welcome on in. Listen, do you have your interview tomorrow morning? Ah, so it's tomorrow morning. Well, you got enough time to prepare and think about the most rewarding thing you have done in a day at work. Because that'll be the first question they'll ask you. Oh, Jim, even though we get to play Basim, you still dislike him. That's definitely understandable. It's also fair too, as well. It can be a bit of a tricky thing too, because you have everything about Basim before what we see end up happening in the end of Mirage and in this, you know, and you can sort of like see where he could be considered a bit of an anti-hero in a way after that happens. Lucinda, did you feed him a quarter? He's still going, so might have been heaps. Troll, sometimes Tunbury off you heart, sometimes knife. There's some good emotes there, Troll. Because someone clipped that low, you don't know how. Well, this is a great stream, isn't it, folks? Very entertaining. These things that just happen. Hey, see, this is illegal in 40 countries and required in parts of Alabama. Dr. Dung, this is making you dizzy. Whoops. Troll, you did clip it, but you don't think you can post it. Oh, well, that's fair enough, Troll. If you send me a whisper, then I'll be able to post it. Or I can actually just look at clips and then find the link. Ah, nice one, Troll. I see it. It only takes quarters. Thanks for clipping that. There we go. Listen, they're nice. Cougar, this is very akin to what Geralt and Yennefer did on the unicorn.
You see, in this world, there's two kinds of people, my friend. Those with loaded guns, and those who dig. You dig.
Oh, you're testing me with that one, Dr. Darling. The good, the bad, and the ugly? Dr. Darling, no, seriously, your head started to hurt. Oh, sorry. Well, I hope your headache subsides now that the shaking has stopped.
What do you see?
It was? Oh, nice. Cool.
Won't be gentle if they spot me.
I prefer to work in the shadows.
Hey now!
I should not be seen in this area.
Ubisoft servers are struggling, so this happens. Should correct itself in a moment. Thanks for redeeming the random horror movie quote, Troll. Hey there, Inmita. Hope things are going well. At least I hope it will fix itself. No, my luck, probably not. Oh, there we go.
Do you dare to question the orders of the great Thane Tedmund? I will have you flogged. We have a quarter to fill. We must keep the deed from Kent. I could throw a stone and hit a dozen men who do a better job than this.
Oh, that's great, Demetra. I'm glad to hear that you're going all good. As for me, I'm doing well. We're working on this story arc where we're trying to find Fulke. We gotta go out there and find her. If she's out in those woods, you can forget about it. What's wrong? Felt like someone just walked over my grave. What's that picture? What is that? In 1300 AD, they called this man the hero from the sky. He was prophesied to have destroyed the evil. Didn't do a very good job. Can you find it? Here it is, 2 passages. Recitation of this first passage will make this dark spirit manifest itself in the flesh. Why the hell would we want to do that? That's from Evil Dead 2. Thanks for redeeming that. And Mita Basim isn't even trying to be stealthy. He's not. He's just, fully just standing there. Troll Fulke, the person we all love to hate. Absolutely. Yes, the Micah Bell of this game.
Dad! No! No! Protect me! You're dead. I am not who you think I am! Let me go!
Stop caterwauling and you'll live.
Live? Oh, Saints protect me!
Silence will save you, Tedmund. Silence, not your saints.
Flee, my friend. We have the man we came for. Does this venture not set your blood ablaze?
You don't prefer working in the shadows?
And so we have. To steal a man, take him with swiftness, and escape without anyone on our heels? We hide in plain sight. Such is our way. But only until the moment of success. The final strike.
I prefer to act and speak plain. Kings and lords who do not are often misunderstood.
Yet, as a leader yourself, you cannot deny that subtlety and intrigue are a cloak you must wear. How many of your clan know the true circumstances of Sigurd's absence? You see my point. A leader must know when to speak and when to stay silent. For silence is not always a lie.
It can feel like one. You truly embrace the concept of hiding in plain sight, eh? To its very fullest.
As I do in everything.
Hey, Rosie. Everyone wants to read the Necronomicon and solve the Hellraiser puzzle cube. Everyone, Rosie. I mean, that's definitely something that you need to do. If you find a book that is bound in human flesh and the text inside is inked in blood, and you see some passages to recite, just go ahead. You have to, you know. How's it going, Rosie? I won't be in meter, no. Yeah, anything like that I don't do in these playthroughs now. I'm beyond the point of caring about getting all the collectibles and stuff. Troll Tedmund, sure. Yeah. Yeah, this is Tedmund. Yeah. Yeah, I believe him. Dr. Darling, Call of Cthulhu playthrough incoming. Well, I think I might do one in October, but we'll see.
Halt, Danes! In the name of Alfred, King of Wessex, I demand you release his royal subject into my care.
Come no closer, Christian, else your man dies by my blade.
Please, I'm not the man you want.
Keep your eye on this one. He'll be worth a hefty bounty.
Any false moves and I will snip your heels.
We have your man. Now let's finish this shadow play and be gone.
Are you sure that's Tedmund? He's dressed as a lord, but that man is shorter and fatter than I recall.
I'm not Tedmund. I'm not. I swear upon the Holy Rood, I am not Thane Tedmund.
What in heaven's name is happening here?
Who are you? Speak quickly or I'll slit your throat and leave you for the crows.
Shergar. I'm called Shergar. Lord Tedmund pays me a measly coin to serve as his double.
Brother Shergar? You are far from Augustine's priory.
I left the cloisters many moons ago, Your Holiness. The monastic life was not my calling.
Dr. Darling, it takes a few hours, so it won't be long. You did 2 playthroughs in one day for the 2 extra endings. Yeah, it is a short game overall, really. But other games take priority, especially with the horror ones, because there's some anniversary playthroughs I want to do. But sometimes what happens is I'll have a spare slot for a game to be put in. So you never know. I might get a Call of Cthulhu playthrough in October. Rosie, you read the passages, solve the puzzle, and bring the xenomorphs home for military use. Easy peasy, cash in the bank. Simple. There would be no obstacles in achieving that, that's for sure. And Meaty had a glitch here, even though you put him on the ground, the cutscene wasn't starting. You had to carry him and then put him down a few times. That is very, very annoying when glitches like that happen. I did have a glitch related to this quest as well. It wasn't that though, but it was something else. That's one of them, Dr. Darling. Yeah, Resident Evil 3. Then there's Silent Hill 4. I want to do an anniversary playthrough of that as well. Then there's another one of Alien Isolation to do, another one of Evil Within to do after the one I'm going to do soon. And that. Jim, hope the Mass Effect is going to be okay. Hopefully so. You never know, though.
You're of no use to us, then. Perhaps I should just kill you, here and now.
No, wait. Let me think. Let me think. Danes. To storm the walls, you need Danes. There's a raiding camp west of here I was told to be wary of. Acting as Tedmund, I ordered a band of soldiers to capture them. If you hurry, you may be able to stop this.
If another band of Danes wants to join our assault, we'll have the distraction we need to get inside Rochester.
If the Saxons don't slaughter them first.
I am still Tedmund to the men in the field. I could speak with their captain, send his men away.
It's a fearless plan.
The Nornir knit winding paths that cannot be unknotted. It seems Rochester was always in our path. Abbot, stay alert. We will send word when we're ready to capture Tedmund.
And this fool? He knows much of our plan.
Rochester. I can't help but think of Rooster when I think of how that name is pronounced, or how they pronounce it, at least. Biko, this looks like the scene where he tells the bloke, "You're not worth the breath of my farts." Lol, you use that regularly. I mean, it's definitely quite the insult.
Do what you want with him. I won't risk our plan on the shambling of this fool.
Come, Brother Shergar. And perhaps today would be the time to consider a vow of silence?
An army of Danes are all we need to take the fortress.
Let us hope. It is best to snare a wasp with honey. Have you ever considered more subtlety?
I leave manipulation to you, Basim. You appear to see it as an art.
It is both art and science to bend a man to your will. And harder still, to convince them that they are firmly in control.
Shergar was quick to betray his lord. Do you not think he would sell us out as swiftly?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. I do not presume to know a man's heart in so brief a meeting.
His prattle was sad and ugly, like a weeping babe.
You have little patience for chittering squirrels.
And yet I allow you to squeak in my ear, along all the roads and byways of Kent.
Because you are wise, and you see the same qualities in me.
That must be it. We're nearing the camp. Let us hope there are Danes enough to storm a fortress. Otherwise, this abbot's game is a long one.
It must be played, if we are to reclaim Sigurd.
Because there's great insults from Valhalla. There definitely is. Troll Fortas. Very smelly fortress, that one. And Mita, he is the trickster. Absolutely. There's definitely some elements that play into the Loki side of things there. Troll, can we murder Basim now? No. You can't murder him now. He'll live for a long time after this point in time.
Aid me. Be my eyes.
No, in Mita, no. No, I didn't punch him or Sigurd.
We are too late. There is great horror here.
Those who remain must be saved, whatever the cost.
Oi! Let us free, you festering canker on the Sousars!
You have my thanks.
The Lord is my strength. Pathetic.
We owe you our lives, friend. These Saxon whoresons would have killed us all.
Yes, they would have. And now is your chance to hit back. March with us on Rochester, and drain it of riches.
I would gladly, friend. But we few will not break those iron-thick walls.
And we have no allies in Wessex. None who could be called upon to attack their countrymen.
Mercia will heed the call. Giedrich will provide our Vikinger Hort. We'll send a message to Oxenfordshire. The men of Mercia would gladly take a swipe at Wessex. What is your name, warrior?
Runa Egilsdotter.
We need ships, Runa.
We have a small fleet moored upriver, but the naval chain blocks passage to Rochester's walls.
I'll remove it, and your people will bring their ships. Now, gather these fallen weapons and armor. Giedrich and the men of Oxenfordshire will need them to hide their Mercian origins.
My warriors were denied Valhalla today. I cannot bear the idea of gifting their weapons to more Saxons.
Their sacrifice was great. Their gift will be all the greater.
And they will know justice with our victory. It will calm their restless shades, I promise. Will your men bring the armor to the battle?
And what is our plan?
In the morning you will go to Buckingham, remind Giedrich of his promise. When you have his bond, meet me on the shore near Rochester with the ships.
Abbot Cunibert must be warned in advance. He'll need time to muster his rescue party.
Runa, that is your task. I'll tell you where to meet him before you leave.
All seems in order. At first new light, I will leave.
Good. That gives us time to drink. You traveled so far to carry out your duty. Is this the life of a hidden one? Always on the move?
No. Mine is not the usual path. The Creed does travel. Our ideals are universal, we believe that.
So there's nowhere you call home?
No place I call home. No.
Weird.
For me, home is family. But I have no family.
No one? Not even Hytham?
Parents, brothers, all dead.
I lost my parents when I was 9 winters along. Without Sigurd, I would have.
There is always one unbreakable bond.
Yes.
Children. They bewilder you. They can cause you so much worry. Fill you with joy. Even stop your heart. And if you're lucky, they replace you. I was not so lucky. I had a son. I miss him terribly. Even now.
I am sorry, Bessem.
He was taken from me. By someone I trusted. A friend, a mentor. A man who I would trust with anything. But a man you trust with anything can take everything. He took all I had. All I had.
Rochester will not be an easy nut to crack. Time to prepare.
Listen, there are other consequences for the punching. You didn't punch either of them in your playthrough. And Mita, you punched him but still got the good ending. You punched only him and not Sigurd. Yeah, so there definitely are consequences and stuff. But I never knew that you could punch Basim and not punch Sigurd, and that would still be considered okay to get the quote-unquote good ending as well. Troll? Okay, Loki. Exactly, Troll. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. When this game came out and people had played through it and found out the ending and all that kind of stuff, it was sort of like wondered, what exactly is he talking about there? Like, is he talking about a combination of Basim's own life and Loki's, or just Loki's? And with Mirage, I would definitely say that it's actually Loki's children, that Basim himself didn't have any children of his own. Because he fully embraced the memories of Loki before this game's story. All the memories that he's remembering are things like his son. Not just his son, but his children as well. Because you got Fenrir, and then I think you have Jormungandr, and then I think you have Hela, or Hel. Listen, I'm glad you get to see this part again today, because you didn't realise any of the connections to Asgard during this section. I remember you guys explaining it to you at the end of the game, and you're like, what? Yeah, Lucinda, you know, like, knowing things after the fact makes you look at things that happened earlier in the story with a whole new perspective. It's like when Eivor and Sigurd and Folke and Basim, they're in the room there and they're looking at the stone, the saga stone with the Isu writing on it. And Eivor has the vision of Odin and they're under the archway. And then Basim is looking over at Eivor and seeing Eivor looking weird and shaking their head and looking down and all that kind of stuff. And then Basim has that smile. When first playing the game, it's like, why is Basim smiling like that? What about what Eivor is doing is making him smile like that? But when you know, you realize that he's smiling because he's cottoned on that there's something about Eivor that could potentially be the other person he's been looking for, and not just Sigurd. Because obviously, he knows full well about Sigurd because he's seen the scar on Sigurd's neck. So he knows because he has that scar himself. But he can't see it on Eivor's neck until later because the scar from the wolf bite is covering the Isu scar. In Mita, you need to get only 3 choices right from what you understand. You can still punch him and still get the good ending. Yeah, it's cool that, you know, that it's not a very specific set, or you have to actually get every single choice, you know, quote-unquote right as well. Troll and the World Serpent. Oh, and Sleipnir, Odin's horse, is also Loki's child. Oh, really? The horse as well? But yeah, the best way to describe what's happening with Basim and Sigurd, it's just basically the concept of past lives. You know, people that claim that they have memories from a life that they lived previously. You know, so it's essentially what it is in basic terms, but it's more complex than that in this game's case, but that's the simplified version of what's going on. So while Sigurd isn't fully aware yet of his past life, Basim fully is aware of his past life. I remember originally thinking that it was the consciousness of Loki that was inside Basim, and Tyr inside Sigurd, and Odin inside Eivor, but Darby McDevitt, the narrative lead,
I must be careful now.
who also came up with the idea of sages in the first place with Aita in Black Flag, He said it's not so much a consciousness thing, it's more just the memories of those people live in the same DNA as Sigurd, Vasm, and Eivor. And it's essentially just a recognition by the individual that they did actually have a past life as someone else.
I need to clear this fort and break this chain to get our ships safely upriver. The mechanism should be inside. With the chain down, Gietrich and the ships can get through.
Hey there, Levy. Welcome on in. How's things going with you? Valhalla is going well. We're working on this quest to find Fulke, the piece of shit. How's things going with you? As for me, I'm doing well. Making good progress in this playthrough. Had a good day. Can't believe another week is almost finished. We're almost on Friday again here. And Mita, you finally got gold medal on that challenge you're talking about yesterday. It wasn't that hard, but she was doing it wrong. Oh, well, I'm glad that you actually got it now, Mita. So what was it that you were doing wrong? Like, what was it? Levy, honestly, you've been better. Sorry to hear about that, Levy. That's for sure.
Eivor, we await your orders.
You brought your weapons and armor?
Aye, Raven Tamer.
Good. Now we dig in and wait for our friends. Well met, old friend.
When the chance arrived to lodge an axe in the sod of Wessex, you thought of me. Such an honor.
Is everything else in place, Eivor? Are we ready to take Rochester?
Yep, we're ready to take on Rooster. Levy, work has been absolutely brutal this week. The past 3 weeks, but especially this week, also dealing with some health stuff that isn't fun and not aided by stress. But hey, it'll get better eventually. Absolutely, like it doesn't make things, any better instantly, but it's good to have that mindset as well. But that's definitely understandable too. All the stresses of work built up over so many weeks worth, and also having a week amongst those 3 that just makes things worse as well. So hopefully things start looking up very soon. And Mita, you're trying to use an ability that the challenge gives you, which you can put enemies to sleep. But once you use it, if you aren't careful, one of the enemies will spot you. You just had to time the air assassination right and not use the ability. Oh. It is so annoying when that kind of stuff happens. Like, seriously. Especially, you know, putting the enemies to sleep, but yet someone else spots you as well.
Rally our army. We will drag this mouse from his hole.
Oh, well, we've got quite a few story arcs still left, including this one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. But I've also got some other stuff to do, like the Hidden Ones bureaus and the Animus anomalies as well. Yeah, so like just a few, just 1 or 2.
Look out! Oil!
Jittering away there.
Remain steadfast.
Good work, Eivor! The Ram King coming on! The Ram can't pass through the flames, Eivor!
Then we will put them out.
Together, lads. We'll stop them. Your life for that!
Defend the ram!
I got this!
I will see to it. Tetman is holed up in the tower keep. Press forward.
Clear!
It will not hold against us!
Beware that burning oil!
Break down that gate! Loose!
Feed the wounds! Me!
I'll have your head! God damn you!
Focus, we have this!
You will pay!
Get round the side!
Hold out much longer!
God damn you! We keep on! Keep going! In sight!
They have to keep sea tight down here, Eivor.
Then we must look higher up for a way in sight.
Declare your fragrant turn! Come on then! We watch it to the box! Nice way
To hell with you! Get round the side!
The Lord is my strength!
Another Saxon goes to his grave!
I'll kill you before I let you take this fortress! I'll cut you down, Dane! Roose sister will not fall to you, rabid pack of mongrels!
Rooster Fortress is taken over.
You dare to take this fortress, Dane? Alfred's army will smear your innards across the battlements.
We're not here for stone and sand, Thane Tedmund.
I shit on you! You and your toy gods! I will not bow to you like some puppet's lord! I would rather die!
How much will your king pay us to keep your sniveling head upon your neck?
An army marches upon us from the south. A holy man from St. Hadrian's Priory, backed by a field.
Ah, then, Abbot, Kinnebert, God be praised. If riches are all you care about, the church has it in abundance.
If the terms are fair, you'll have your freedom. A chest or two of silver for a shit-stained sewer rat.
Stay quiet, or I'll not be able to stop my friend from slitting your throat.
Ah! Watch yourself, heathen. You handle me too roughly.
In Meta, yeah, in many cases, instead of checking their fellow to understand why he fell asleep, one of them will just see you, come to you even if you are hidden in a bush. Once they start coming to you while you are hidden in the bush, you cannot even run because they will see you, so you just have to accept your failure. That kind of programming is absolutely really bullshit, you know what I mean? Like, fair enough if that enemy was directly looking at you when you did the sleep dart or whatever you might be using, you know, on the other enemy, but when they don't, and they instantly know, it's just ridiculous. Indeed, Levy, yeah. Eivor was just like, I'm on fire, so what? It's alright. Definitely a lot of fire in that mission. Quest. Thing.
This way.
You will die for the indignities you've showered upon me, Dane!
I mean no offense, Thane. You're only a hefty ransom to me, nothing more.
This is why you batter down my gates, kill my men, for a purse of grubby coin? You have no honor!
Enough, or I'll return you to the Saxons with 10 few...
No!
Classic Ubisoft, cutting off dialogue.
You there, heathens! Let this good man go, or suffer an iron sickness.
And what you offer us in return?
Your lives?
We lost many good men storming this keep. It will not be in vain, Christ's slave. 20 chests of silver.
Give them what they ask, Kinnebert.
A hefty sum that will leave God's coffers hollow. I cannot give it up without some assurance. Tedmund!
You extort me in return for my life? You were swiftly met, Abbot. Not long after these scallious worms took my fort.
On the Lord's bidding, Tedmund. At prayer, a terrible vision befell me. A host of heathens, your life in danger.
A coincidence I find rather... rather ominous, Abbot. Do you...
God help you, man. Are you well?
Air! I need air!
Give these people air.
He's dead.
The work of poison, no doubt.
No. Rouse the man. He cannot be dead.
He must not be dead!
Poison? How does the man die of poison in our arms?
Many great kings and paranoids have carried poison in times of war, as an alternative to capture and ransom.
A catastrophe! Alfred will choose another and... By the saints! Alfred! How will I explain this to the king?
We followed this road to its end, Cunibert. You may not like where it led, but you owe us our half of the bargain.
You shall have your paladin. I need a day. Return to my abbey tomorrow, and you shall... Oh dear.
These delays are grinding at my bones. We should abandon Cunibert, find Fulke ourselves.
Peace, Eivor. Speak with Giedrich and relieve him of his oath. I'll meet you at Cunibert's abbey.
In Meta, sometimes you wonder if they have eagle vision as well. It definitely feels like it. It definitely feels like it for sure. Like, they just have this extrasensory perception that they shouldn't have to know exactly where you are, even though they never saw where you went, never saw what you looked like, but they instantly know straight away. Troll and dead. What a plan this was. What a plan. Dutch would be proud of this plan. This epic RDR2 burning is amazing. You can literally see the flesh burned off yourself for NPCs. Yeah, I've actually seen mods where they've actually shown NPCs in cutscenes all burnt to a crisp because they got the timing right to make them blow up or something before the mission started or before the cutscene, and they're in the cutscene they're looking a certain way. Mr. Epic, quickly, Eivor, mouth to mouth. Well, I definitely think it's well beyond that point. I think Tedmund would not survive. Listen, these delays are grinding at my bones. You every single day. Yeah. It's like another... There's a quote in this game that I like too. This brick fits this week's wall of shit.
You fought like beasts escaped from your hell today, Giedrich. Your oath to me is fulfilled.
It was good to stand shoulder to shoulder with you against the pox dogs of Wessex. May our friendship endure.
This tangled briar of Christians and lords means nothing to me. I'm here for Sigurd.
I understand. When you find him again, come see me. We'll feast and sing, with mead and friendship to warm us.
Agreed. This area is off limits.
What a waste of, like... I've always felt that it was a bit of a waste of using Giedrich. Not because Giedrich is a character I don't like or anything. I'm just saying, after everything that happens in this quest, all these things that go wrong, I think it was a waste of time to call Giedrich to help. Because having someone like him, who's very loyal, would be useful in a more secured kind of thing. You know, it's like, I don't even know if Giedrich even gets informed that basically he's, you know, done this for this purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I would have felt terrible getting someone to help me out with something like that and not even tell them exactly why, you know. Giedrich's just like, sure, I'll definitely honor the deal that we made, you know. But Eivor's not like, yeah, we're actually doing this as a ruse. We want to, you know, get this outcome. Like, no. Mr. Epic, maybe Eivor has a magic tongue that can cure people. She's Isu reincarnate. Yeah, imagine if the people who were Isu reincarnated actually had superpowers. Which is something that they shouldn't have. Looking at you, Ubisoft Quebec.
It is too quiet here. Where are the brothers, or the abbot's men? I would say well met, brother, but I cannot shake off the needle itch of dread. Is something wrong?
I followed the abbot here, kept him in my sight. But the monks, his servants, I have seen nothing of them.
Dead?
I do not think so. But there is no good here in this grave hush.
And where is the abbot now?
In his quarters. Come, and be on your guard.
Does this have the stench of betrayal to you, brother?
Why would the godly shepherd ally with the heretic?
Kinnebed is a man who craves power and position. With Tedman dead, he must find it somewhere else.
There is truth in that. Keep your eyes and blade sharp.
Well, it won't matter when we find Kinnebet. It would be amazingly cure for the people, but a curse for her. Imagine her curing people. The only way to do it is to French kiss. Yeah.
Kinnebet, your guests have arrived. Come. Supper's ready. The dear abbot sent me a warm invitation, said my friends were eager to meet with me. It's early for supper, I know. But Kinnebet's ale goes so well with roasted lamb and cinnamon blueberry peas. I couldn't resist.
Where is my brother?
Is he not here? Mon Dieu. I never told him.
Kill her, and we'll never find Sigurd.
Sit, Eivor. Eat. And let me tell you the tale of a man who talks with gods.
You mock me. I have killed for much less.
Of course you have. Isn't that the way of this ugly world? We cull the sheep and thin the flock as we see fit, you and I. Most who walk the earth are little more than talking blood bladders, wasted flesh. But not Sigurd. Sigurd is something else. Sigurd has been touched. He is deified. The gods, they speak through him.
You lured him in with that lie. Your words are bile and blight.
You should have listened, Eivor. I tried to tell you. The gods are real and their power is within our grasp. You will never find him. Not till I have had my fill. To old friends. This really is delicious, Kinnebet. Is it cloves I taste? Well, that concludes supper. Kill them, and bring their bodies to my sanctum in Canterbury.
They will be upon us soon. Maybe there is another way out. Steel yourself, Eivor, or Sigurd is lost to us.
Your god waits on the edge of my axe, Saxons!
You heard the lady!
Fulke let slip that her sanctum is at Canterbury.
She did. And with no cause. I'd approach the place with caution. It may be a lie.
It may be, but it's the only lead we have.
I hope all this innocent sacrifice is worth the trouble.
It's Sigurd, my brother. Of course it is.
Then come, let us dive into the maw of death. I was never keen on seeing my winter years. This will not be for nothing, Eivor. We will find Sigurd.
It's not just him. I want Fulke to suffer.
This land of summer, mists and forests dreaming darkly. I see secrets, and I want to know England. All of it.
And yet it rounds on us at every turn, snarling like a cornered dog. I begin to despair of ever settling here.
Perhaps the stars write your path, and you will never have a home here.
Do you miss the land of your birth?
I have long been away, but it is fiercely beautiful beneath the vanity, arrogance, and pettiness of men.
I should like to see it.
You could if you wish. My father was an architect, a builder of wonders. The great Mosque of Samarra, his masterpiece. Another man, who played the Caliphate's game better, took the credit. He was exiled, and died in poverty.
Your faith sours. What of loyalty? Shared stories round the hearth. Warm nights, bodies, and the tender love of another.
There are some who are worthy. A scant few that tower above the sullied mass. Men and women of vision and valor.
Sigurd is one such man.
He is. Fulke isn't wrong on that score.
I fear for him, Basim. I cannot rest until he's free.
Nor will I, my friend. The practice of learning has waned considerably in England since the days of the Romans. What books they still have, they keep locked away in their churches, hidden from the eyes of common folk.
Thralls and churls cannot read. What would be the point?
They could learn. The church could teach them. So much of human history would be open to them. Aristotle, Pythagoras, Euclid, ancient knowledge lost to all but a few hard-headed men of the cloth.
You have studied these works yourself?
In my youth, I was consumed with a passion for understanding. I spent many hours a day in the House of Wisdom in Baghdad.
A seminary?
A great library, full of the greatest learning of mankind. For a boy seeking answers, it holds many riches. One day, I was sitting cross-legged, devouring a study by the great astronomer Al-Khwarizmi. With the swiftness belying his years, the papers were plucked from my grasp by the great man himself. His presence stole my voice. He was kind and open-hearted. He showed me such scientific wonders.
And what did you learn there?
Calendars and calculations placing the sun, moon, and 5 planets. Equations that crackled and sparkled with divine intelligence. I asked...
Whoa!
Hey! Equations that crackled and sparkled with divine intelligence. I asked the great man, is this what it is to know God?
You saw your god's hand in the runes?
I found wisdom, and I have been searching for more ever since. There is great vastness outside ourselves, Eivor. Most only notice a few grains of sand. But some, like Sigurd, I believe, see the endless flow of the hourglass.
What you see in Sigurd, is this what Fulke sees as well?
I believe it is. We will find no friends in Canterbury, so try not to draw attention.
This place reeks of the piety of priests.
This land of summer, mists and forests, dreaming
Alright, so this
darkly.
dialogue loops back on itself. I'll use this opportunity to actually catch up on chat. Let me see. Yeah, Lucinda. Delicious. Nagasuki, what a psycho, though. Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, the thing is about Folky, what she's saying is actually true, but she's still a psychopath. Mr. Epic, wait, she killed an abbot. Isn't that against their faith? That makes no sense. Well, Folky isn't actually of that faith. She just pretends to be, because she believes in the Isu, whereas they're supposed to believe in God only. So, basically, she would be considered a heretic by them, but she plays both sides. Well, she doesn't play both sides, but she plays the pretend of believing in one God and all that kind of stuff. But she really believes in the Isu and all that kind of stuff. So her killing the abbot isn't against her faith. That's for sure. Yeah, Shaky. That was so funny. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Because usually I sneak out of that area and I don't take on the enemies. But I thought for this playthrough I'll just take them on head on. And then, yeah, where I was standing before the dialogue actually took place made them so close together like that. Nagasuki, what is Basm doing in Eivor's neck? Mr. Epic, Basm can get better. Lucinda, Basm's horse is like, Basm, you sure you don't need me? Yeah, it was so funny seeing what happened there. But that's true, the horse is like, fine then. Are you sure? You know, that happened earlier. It's so funny. Oh, Jim, you enjoyed this fight coming up with Folky? Oh yeah, it's definitely cool. And Mita, the funny thing is that once you kill a target and immediately hide in the bush to avoid being seen, the other guard will see the body and be like, are you hiding in that bush? I'm like, I am, but how on earth do you know? Exactly, and Mita, yeah. And how do they know which direction from the attack came from? Mr. Epic, you find it funny that Eivor is trying to be philosophical, but the writing of it is so bad, so actually nowhere near Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah, the way that they write the dialogue in this and stuff. Biko, have you been over to the UK at all? I haven't, no. The scenery in this game is amazing. It really is.
And I want to know England. All of it.
And yet it rounds on us at every turn, snarling like a corner.
This place swarms with Fulke's people. Sigurd will be well guarded. Caution and subtlety should be our path.
Ready. Follow me.
This is a trap.
I should not be seen in this area. She baits us, cocksure and arrogant. But she cannot see failure in her path.
Her fearful wit would say otherwise.
Cast about this land, my friend.
Whatever we find there, keep your head.
You chastise me like a child, Basim.
I guard you like a father. Nothing is served with your brutal end. You have much to do in this life. I know it.
More riddles, sly tongue.
No riddles. I sense a greatness within you both. Your destiny is not to stain the stones of this godhouse with your blood.
If she's still here, I'll burn this Christ house to the ground.
Guards, to arms!
To arms, Basim!
Bloodbag! Come, brothers. No. Let's end it. I've got your corpse.
That's right, Biko, yep. I live in Australia. In one of the places in Australia. Mr. Epic, that's why it's so strange. The scenery in this is nice in this game, but the characters look so weird, clunky, and sometimes plasticky. Exactly. Yeah, there's definitely that look about the character models. They look much better in actual cinematics with motion capture than they do in actual in-game graphic stuff thing, I guess. I don't know what you call it nowadays. because cutscenes is a general term that is both motion captured ones but non-motion captured ones. So I don't know what to specifically say nowadays, but yeah.
Help me out here!
Let's spill some innards.
Joel, you live in a place, Rod. Me too. Oh my god, we have so much in common. This is true.
This must be the way to Fulke's sanctum.
Mr. Epic, you keep thinking, where's the team that made Origins? That game still looks better than this one, but then you remember the mass exodus of devs with years of knowledge leaving or getting fired. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many in total of the original team from Origins did this, but a lot of the key the key people were from Origins, who were also from Black Flag as well. But I don't really follow that kind of stuff to that extent. Like, I don't know who got fired and all that kind of stuff, like the names of the people or who worked on what when they worked on it, you know, stuff like that. Just some of the basics. I know W. McDevitt wrote Black Flag as well as Origins, or did some work on Origins at least. Same with Valhalla. And Ashraf Ismail was the creative director of Black Flag Origins in this game.
This is the place. It's riddled with the stench of her. Help me, Basim. Sigurd is within.
I like how the game makes it that Basim, a hidden one, can't fucking climb through a fucking open window to get into this fucking cathedral. Like, seriously? He's still on the outside there, fighting. Maybe if I just go directly to this, he'll teleport. Oh my god. He's still fucking stuck outside. He can't climb through the window that I climbed through? Seriously? Yeah, shouldn't have to, Mr. Epic.
I'm here! Face me!
Have a caring. You will play into her
Alright, game, now. Can Sigurd actually go through a door? I can't go through a fucking open window. There be the doors you normally destroy, yeah. Still, my point stands. He should have been able to climb through the window. Surely they know that they're actually programming a hidden one character. So it's like, there should be no excuses why he can't climb through that open window I made. Indeed, listeners, like, game please, what the fuck? Like, seriously.
The Gospel of Mary Magdalene.
Ah, yes. That's something that was taken out of one of the versions of the Bible.
The plans to the great fortress in Wessex. Is there something here we can use to breach it?
It's funny, isn't it, when you think about things like religious texts that over the years get edited. But yeah, I think the Gospel of Mary Magdalene was actually in the original version of the Bible, but it was taken out because they didn't want it to conflict with the other things that they wanted people to focus on only. Well, at least I think it was her. Like, apparently Adam in, like, the Bible actually had another. Was it Adam who had another wife named Lilith before Eve or something? Anyway, there's things that were in the Bible that were in an original version centuries ago that has since been edited out or taken out because it conflicted with what they wanted people to actually take away from it.
By Odin, this is a sick tapestry she wove. For every drop of his blood she spilled, I will take a meat horn more.
Mr. Big Rob, please, you can't expect something like that from Ubisoft. They're just a small indie studio. Oh, wait. It's only a team of 2 people.
Details on the Order of the Ancients. Fulke ranks high among them, but it's not their head.
Liber antiquae deorum. Let our wretched origins be known. We are the instruments of the ancient gods. We are the refuse of an ancient world. Yet we are the hope for an era reborn. Let our great task be stated. We are the shepherds of our Creator's will. We are the curators of our Creator's tools. We are the new masters of the world they made. Let our loyalties be clear. The Father of Understanding guides us. The Mother of Wisdom inspires us. The sacred voice fills our hearts with boldness. Let it be known, we men and women of the Order of the Ancients are the natural arbiters of the world. Let all those who oppose us perish in pain. We are everywhere and we are eternal. In the name of Mithras, the last warrior, go forth and dominate. Reclaim the world that is ours by will. So there's an interesting thing here. You know, you have like the concept of the Isu. You have the Templars later in the timeline who are in denial about the fact that there was a race of beings that created us instead of one God only. And the irony that they would actually take on board the Order of the Ancients saying, which was, may the Father of Understanding guide us, and use it in a bit of a way. It's like a little bit of hypocrisy filled in there kind of thing. So yeah, I kind of like how they've done this. It's not that the Order of the Ancients was the first version of the Templar Order. It's more that they were worshipping the Isu. The Templars, at first, were against that idea. But then they came to know that what the Order of the Ancients had been saying was true, and that there was a race of beings that created humans. So then they actually took on board that aspect, but they saw themselves as the ones to control mankind. Whereas in present day, you have another group called the Instruments of the First Will that you read the post-it notes about in Black Flag around the office at Abstergo Entertainment. And they are the modern version of the Order of the Ancients who actually worship the Isu. But unlike the Templars who want to be the ones that control humanity, the Instruments of the First Will want the Isu to return and control humanity. Was Jim, Birth of the Templars. That's true, it all ties into that. You know, everything with Alfred and stuff. But yeah, I use this analogy. The Hidden Ones into the Assassins, it's like a plumbing company changing their name. They've always been a plumbing company. It's just that they changed their name along the line. It's the same with the Assassins. They've always been going around assassinating people, but they used to be called the Hidden Ones. Then they changed their name to the Assassins. It's different with the Templars, though. The Templars didn't always be Order of the Ancients, and then they just changed their name to Templars. They're actually two complete separate factions. But what happens is the Templars take on some of what the Order of the Ancients were doing and incorporated it into their own thing. Strange writing, Saga Stone inscription as read by Sigurd. Zur Hawache, Nagquat, Nizme Brr, Tur Wendi Quade, I Sorwas Vras, Chnakodi De, Nizm Hutras, Reis Derai, Chaz, Zawamzi. I wish I could say I actually know how to pronounce those words properly, but I don't. I just thought I'd just do that. Hey there, Saber. Good morning to you.
What does it mean? These word tangles that speak of elves and demons.
Sigurd? I mean, Phasm? Aren't you going to answer? How's things going, Saber?
Sigurd.
Eivor! What is it?
Tell me that you found something. Anything we can use.
I may have. A fortress in Sussex. The Order trained soldiers there.
We must be sure. Sigurd is running out of time. Anything else?
Documents of interest to the Hidden Ones. Hythen will surely want to look. But for Sigurd, Porchester is our only lead. If he is in Porchester Castle, we'll need a massive army to crack its walls.
I have many friends in England now. If I call on them, they will come.
They will.
Basim, she severed his arm clean off. Can a man survive such a loss?
Physically, he can. Mentally, it's hard to say. So much stress can drive a man to despair.
If you suggest he might take his own life as Tedman did, banish that idea. I must tell my people at the settlement that their Jarl remains a captive. They will not take it well.
We will not fail again, Eivor. I'll scout ahead and send word to the settlement when I know more of Porchester. Be ready.
Mr. Epic, it's kind of great that AAA studios are bombing with their games and losing a lot of money because a lot of indie developers who are really talented can now come into the limelight, earn more money, and make great games that studios won't make because they're too obsessed with making their own kind of Fortnite. Yeah, I think it's like many industries. You get ebbs and flows, you get ups and downs, and, you know, when there's an opportunity for lesser sort of like companies in the eyes of, you know, mainstream get a chance to prove themselves, you know, and stuff like that. Saber, going well, woke up hot and sweaty, not a great start. Ah well, shower will help. Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that you're going well, Saber, and I don't blame you. Yeah, I hate the heat, so just waking up hot and sweaty to start with on a day would definitely not be good. That's for sure. Hey, they're going to be awesome. You always think the language is being spoken backwards when you hear the Isu language. I don't blame you, you know, and if you said something backwards, I wouldn't be surprised if people thought you were speaking the Isu language. Hey there, Ishimura. Hope things are going well. Hey there, Ave. I'm doing well today. Things are going good. How about yourself? Notes on Sigurd's progress. Isolation. I begin with sensory deprivation. No light, no touch, no warmth, no voices. To unlock the god within, the man called Sigurd must retreat into the shadows. His true self may emerge in time. Water and bread, that is all I have allowed this beautiful man. He is something to behold. When he curses my name, I feel the power in his voice. When he struggles against his bonds, I hear the squeal of the leather straps and the grind of iron on iron. He has fight in him, but to win this war against himself, he must relent. Sigurd does not yet accept that I have his best interests in mind, that I have taken him so that he may become his best self. He fights this idea, balks at it, and yet I note a certain hesitation in his voice when he speaks. He talks as if a man being talked over, as if voices interrupt the river of his thoughts. It is working. Blood flows slowly from the forearms. A few small cuts produce a steady but manageable stream. Weeks upon weeks and very little progress. Sigurd has lost weight and physical strength, but his will is strong, and though he is beset by visions, he has not allowed them to take him over. It is time for a different approach. Sigurd withstands heat and pressure quite well. I have made no permanent alterations as yet, but that may have to change. An insight, a phrase he screamed as the vice tightened around his head. I am the Lord of Justice. You will answer to me or die. This puts me on a better path. I know what I must do. I know what he must lose. Wasn't trying to do Sigurd's voice, by the way, there. Just wanted to have a different tone of voice for that dialogue in that letter. Yeah. So the way in which Sigurd fully realizes that he actually has a past life is through pain. And it kind of reminds me of the movie series, well, the franchise Highlander, in that someone who is going to be immortal, they have to die a very violent death. And when they do die that violent death, their immortality unlocks. In terms of like what's actually happening, I dare say there's a genetic thing inside the people who are destined to become immortal that if they do die a violent death, that it will trigger that gene that creates their immortality. But anyway, that's what it makes me think of when I think about how Fulke is torturing Sigurd in order to have him come to this realization. So through the pain and through the hatred and anger and all that kind of stuff, it's what unlocks the memories of Tyr that Sigurd has locked inside of his DNA. What if they are already talking these two languages, but their brains translated into something they understand? Yeah, I mean, that could definitely be a thing. Actually reminds me of the Animus, because the Animus takes the language it's hearing or it's translating in the actual DNA and puts it in a form that could be understood to the person using the animus. Listener, is the Lord of Justice something they call Odin? Oh no, that's Tyr, who's the Lord of Justice. You assume the voices that Eivor and Sigurd hear are different previous people, right? That's true, Lucinda, yeah. Yeah, for Eivor it's Odin, and for Sigurd it's Tyr, and for Bassam it's Loki. Are you doing good today now that you're done with Detroit Become Human? You needed a new new controller game for PC, so you chose to revisit Watch Dogs 2, and you've been enjoying it a lot. You really just need to hold off on playing it so the greatness of Watch Dogs 1 wouldn't cloud your judgment for Watch Dogs 2. Oh, that's definitely a good way to do it, Abe. And they're so very different from each other that it would also make it feel even more fresh as well. But that's cool. Congratulations on finishing Detroit Become Human again. Mr. Epic, Highlander was amazing. Loved the movie and the soundtracks were amazing, especially Who Wants to Live Forever. Absolutely, Mr. Epic, yeah. There's definitely a lot of cheesiness to that original Highlander movie, but there's definitely a lot of really cool sequences, and, you know, if you're a fan of actors like Clancy Brown, and you haven't seen it, definitely recommend. He plays the main villain in that. The Kurgan. Tyr is also the Norse god of war. So he's also the god of war as well as the Lord of Justice. Well, that's it. Because Sigurd later says something like, I am... Oh, I can't remember the dialogue now. Never mind. Alright, we've gone over power level 200 now, so we get to put things into mastery points. Listen, do you wish you knew anything about Norse mythology when you played this? It was all just made up stories for the game to you. Oh, that's definitely understandable, Lucinda. You know, and there's so many forms of media that use various different mythologies and also change names and change certain things, you know, to basically create their own version and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Mr. Epic, don't forget the amazing Sean Connery. Sir Sean Connery. Exactly, Mr. Epic, yeah. And Christopher Lambert was amazing as Connor, yeah. Yeah. But no, he was great as Ramirez as well in that movie. You have the manners of a goat, and you smell like a dung heap, and you have absolutely no idea at all about your potential. Our troll T be like, I am the law. Yeah, like Judge Dredd. I am the law. I never broke the law. I am the law. Troll, the only thing you hate about it is that he's Egyptian, but he's called Ramirez. Yeah. Yeah, that is true. He's a Spanish Egyptian. Scottish, Spanish, Egyptian. Saber, so you could go for an omelette, however you're terrible at making them. Oh, well, I don't really go much on omelettes. I've never made one myself, but like I've tried some omelettes, but I didn't really get into them much.
Eivor.
Goodbye, NPC. I don't even want to interact with.
Where is he? Where is Sigurd?
He's alive.
But not with you. Where is he?
Dag, not now. I need to speak with Randvi.
You never found him, did you? Tell us, Eivor. We deserve the truth.
I need to speak with Randvi. Step aside, now.
You never found him, because you didn't look. I see you, Eivor. I know what you are.
Eivor, you come alone. I fear what that means for Sigurd.
I could not find him. That madwoman Folke, she slipped away. Took him to Sussex. We need an army. Call on our alliances. Remind them of their oath to me. We must act before...
Before what, Eivor?
She tortured him, Randvi. Did unspeakable things. Severed his arm and left it as a gift. I fear she means to kill him. Slowly.
Gods.
A brewing storm. Is your omelette the easiest thing you could make, you think? Well, I guess true, just smash the eggs. I don't know. So your omelette bottoms always blew out, did they? Oh no. Mr. Epic, and I think Sean Connery was originally cast for Connor, but he liked the role of Ramirez more and insisted on that role. Yeah, I mean, it definitely fits him really good, Ramirez, I think. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't have been bad with him as Connor, but I think it works better having an actor who is younger be Connor than having Sean Connery, because obviously he was much older than Christopher Lambert was.
Eivor! Eivor! Face me, Eivor!
Stop there, Wolf-Kissed. This ends now.
Dag, turn around and walk away.
Your habits are not my own, Eivor. I do not flee responsibility for the sake of my glory. I stand firm with my people. For many months, I have stood at your side, keeping faith in Sigurd's judgment, because I believed in him and his vision. Do as Eivor commands, he told me. And I have. Against my better judgment, I did as you have asked me. And where has that left us? Without a Jarl? Without a purpose? Watching you chase glory around this land like a spooked hare!
You could have come to me in confidence, Dag, but that offer is gone.
I have no need of it. My mind is fixed. Hear me all! I challenge Eivor for the leadership of this clan until Sigurd is safe home.
Walk away, Dag.
No! We fight to the death.
I accept. We settle this now.
Ah! A final act of courage. Very well. Let the circle be made. I'll crush you underfoot!
Please! Please, both of you!
Is that the best you can do? You've gone soft! Pathetic!
Stop!
I do not want to do this. Walk away.
What's the matter, Eivor? Are you scared?
Only for what I must do. Do you not see what you do? There is no honor in this.
What do you know of honor that Sigurd did not teach you? You suckle at his teeth and then leave him to die! You should have listened! You might have saved yourself!
I would grant you exile. Leave this place, but go with your life.
Spare me your pity and fight!
So be it. You leave me no choice.
Please! Please, both of you!
You could have waited. You could have come with me. You're a fool, Dag. You see where it's gotten you.
Silence!
Eivor, you...
If I had any pity, I would not lavish it on this poor fool.
He forced my hand.
Yes, and the cost of disrespect is death. You said it yourself. All he demanded, you gave him. That should be enough. I have no need for one so fragile in my hall of heroes.
He fought for what he believed in. Does that not count for something?
Does it? You killed him all the same. What is the true cost of disrespect? The choice lies with you.
It should not have come to this, old friend. Take this.
and fly to Odin's Hall. Whatever you sought in this life, may you find it in the next. Go to your homes. I will lay him to rest. Go to your homes! Dag accused me of betrayal. He accused me of breaking my oath, and this is the answer I gave him. Now you will hear the truth unvarnished. None more than me wishes for Sigurd's safe return. You know this. You know this. All of you! And I will burn the fields, and dredge the rivers of Wessex, to find him. That is my oath! That is my oath. I will find Sigurd. You will not be without your Jarl. This I promise. Dag, you lived as you died, proud and defiant. I cannot begrudge you for that. I miss hearing you tell your stories, old friend, but I remember them well. We think of you often, Dag. I do hope Sigurd knows how much he meant to you. We are beyond the time of telling such things now. I wonder what became of you, if anything remains of so strong a spirit. I do hope Sigurd knows how much he meant to you. We are beyond the time of telling such things now.
I like how it popped us telling us about new quests that have been there for fucking hours of in-game time. Let's unmark that, because I'm not doing them as part of this playthrough. Dr. Darling, goodbye, scumbag. Oh, scumdag. Yeah, the name that you came up for Dag. Scumdag. That's right, Ozjim, yep, the Dag fight. Troll, well, time for you to die, Dag. Give him the axe, though. Yeah, that's always my intention, is to give him the axe. Unlike Eivor, who I think doesn't deserve the axe. Because at least Dag was up front and didn't, kill someone that was actually, supposed to be an ally. He didn't do that. Mr. Epic, did you buy the way here about the Highlander remake? At first you wasn't interested till you heard that Henry Cavill would get the lead, so hopefully it was good. Yeah, apparently the director of the John Wick movies is directing it as well. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they do. If it's a full-on remake, or if it's just basically set in the same universe, but maybe a different time period. Brutus, I hope you cut this idiot's head off. Well, yeah, you don't get to do that kind of stuff. Troll, finish him. Yeah, to get all the dialogue, I had to be careful because I'm way over-leveled for what I'm up to in this story, so I had to make sure I wasn't killing him too quickly to skip all the dialogue. So that's why I wasn't doing the power move when he was, prone for it. Listen, do you know what still sticks with you and that you still wonder to this day? Was Sigurd really going to offer up Eivor to Alfred in exchange for whatever it was that they were there for? The stone thing? Sorry, lol. No, that's all good, Lucinda. Yeah, it was actually Basim. Like, Sigurd was like, how about we make a deal? Basically, he was like, how about we make a deal? One of my best warriors for yours. And then Basim was like, I'll put myself forward. And then King Alfred is like, here's the dude I want. But then when Fulke interrupted, Fulke came in and basically got her way to be able to take Sigurd. And so no one ended up being swapped then. Although technically Sigurd was, but Alfred was leaving Sigurd in Fulke's care as well. So yeah, in that situation, Eivor wasn't the one that was being offered up to Alfred. Basim actually offered, and then it was going to go through that way, but the Fulke interrupted. And then Sigurd was like, take me instead, kind of thing. Hey there, handful of love. Welcome on in. Do we ever actually see Dag or Eivor in Valhalla if you give them their axes? Does it work that way? Not that I know of, because Valhalla is actually just a simulation and not a real place. They might not. Although Sigurd does have the power or the ability to program the simulation somehow. They don't show you, but to put it in those terms, he programs the simulation to be able to have Eivor's father appear, even though his father, wouldn't be in quote-unquote Valhalla. I mean, man, when you see scenes like this, you only think of what AC Valhalla could have been. That's definitely fair, yeah. I know you've said before about the things that this game does to Norse, well, not just, mythology, but also, culture and stuff. That could have been done better, to put it lightly. Troll, here lies Dag, the dumbass. Yeah. Yeah, he's still one of those characters, like, he just assumes that Eivor didn't actually go looking for Sigurd. And it's interesting, too, that some of the characters walk away because they don't really, I guess they don't really believe what Eivor is saying. Listen to, you see, at that point in the story, you thought that Sigurd was going to offer up Eivor. Gotcha, you must have missed that. Oh, that's okay, Lucinda. There's so much stuff that goes on, plus all these other story arcs that you could do in between and all these story elements. So, it's understandable if there's some that might be thought to be one way and stuff. I mean, that first scene with King Alfred was really dope as well. Oh, yeah. Where we actually see him for the first time with Fulke and that. Remember hearing his army arriving, you're like, shit is getting good, sadly it didn't. Oh, yeah. Okay, so with that story arc finished, that means the only other story arc that I want to do today is the one where we actually rescue Sigurd. However, I'm going to end this stream and then start a new one for the next story arc. I'm actually going to take a break this time between the ending of one stream and another, because last time when I ended the previous stream, I didn't really take a break between the end of last stream and the start of this one. So what I'll do is take a break after ending this stream and be back with another stream after the break. The Assassin's Creed, the franchise of wasted potentials. That could definitely be a title for it, that's for sure. It won't be a long break though, it's only going to be a 10-minute break. So I'll be back in 10 minutes with another story arc and we'll rescue Sigurd.